Alright, kid, that's it for the tour. This is where you work, and if you need anything, just call for me.
Oh, thank you! I was just so excited! Pokemon has been a passion of mine ever since I was a kid. I can't wait to be a part of the team!
That's great to hear. Also, you mentioned you wanted to ask me something earlier. What was it?
Oh, you see, I had this idea for a new Pokemon.
What's happening over here? I know I just didn't hear someone having ideas without my permission. No, sir. It was just a new guy. He just got here, that's all. Is that it? I see. Carry on, then. Whew. Okay, kid. Lesson number 1. Don't ever say that again. Trust me, you don't want to end up like the Pokemon Ranger devs.
Oh my god.
And if you think that's bad, you haven't even seen what happened to the Pokemon Conquest team.
Who?
Exactly. Now get back to work. We got our hands busy today.
Okay. What are we doing?
The most important job in the industry. We're making a new balloon, Pikachu.
I hate it here already.
Yeah, me too, kid.
So the other day my sister and I were walking down the mall when suddenly we see this massive gathering of people. I'm talking like 30 adult humans all huddled up in a circle or looking down at their phones. From a distance it looked like one of those dystopian pictures of people addicted to social media that your auntie probably shares on Facebook all the time. Most likely from a page called I'm 45 and This Is Deep. Eventually we realized that they were just playing Pokemon Go because in that specific part of the mall there was like this legendary event going on. We ended up downloading the game and doing a few raids with the people in there. My sister even got a shiny Kyogre. Meanwhile, I got nothing. Anyways, after that I thought to myself, well, it's been a while since I've actually played Pokemon Go. Maybe I should give it another chance. And so I did. And turns out, I still don't like it. Look, when Pokemon Go was announced, its premise was very simple. Bring Pokemon to the real world and have people be able to capture, interact, and battle as much as their hearts desired. Well, a year later the game was launched and boy did they deliver. No, really, they did it. You see, the game launched with the 3 most important things for a mobile game. It was free, easily accessible, and realistically the only things you needed to play was a pair of functioning legs and your phone.
I have crippling depression.
Okay, never mind, you just needed a phone. But you see, my issues with the game lie a bit more deeply. Because for all their efforts to make the game as accessible for everyone as possible, they kinda butchered everything else. You see, for the first few weeks, Pokemon Go was the closest thing we've ever gotten to world peace. As the game released in more and more regions, more and more people came flocking in to see the wonders of the Pokemon world. But it didn't take long for people to realize that the game was just really shallow. What do I mean by that? Let me break it down for you. Not like that. Let's make a list of what comprises a Pokemon game, okay? Actually, never mind, I've done this bit before in another video, let's just get to the main point.
The Pokemon!
Okay, good start, easy enough.
The story! There is no story! Abilities! There are no abilities! Except for kinda!
Taking care of your Pokemon. I mean, they kinda added it, but not really. Leveling up Pokemon? How about drugs? Evolving Pokemon? How about more drugs? Random encounters? Again, kinda, but not really. 2v2? Of course not. Regular battles? The best I can offer is this.
10 out of 10, 10 out of 10, 100 out of 100, best game, best game.
Do you see where I'm going with this? Pokemon Go doesn't do anything particularly bad, but besides things like special events and raid battles, the game doesn't really excel at anything either. It's the perfect game if you just want to mindlessly swipe your finger across the screen while riding the bus. And you know, I kinda get why they did that. By lowering the learning curve and the overall quantity of mechanics in the game, you make it so that more people can actually enjoy the game without actually having to learn years and years of competitive Pokemon history. The lack of abilities and immunities sort of fall in the same category. Like, just imagine trying to explain to your grandmother why can't she hit Primal Groudon with a water type despite the fact that it looks like this. Egg hatching and random encounters work the way they do because it's supposed to incentivize people for walking for longer distances. And while I don't have any issues with that, maybe I just have a bit of a prejudice towards it because in my country there's this hidden passive that if you walk outside for too long, Team Rocket actually appears and steals your fucking phone. So yeah, I don't know why they implemented that feature. But there's one thing that really pisses me off. Sure, you don't need to put immunities or abilities in the game. I get it, okay, I get it. But why can't we battle like normal? What's with the tapping? Are you kidding me? We get it, it's a mobile game. There's a touchscreen in it! And I know what you're thinking. But Mori, they allow you to transfer Pokemon to the mainline games. Okay, and? Look, if I wanted to play the newer games, I would play the newer games. Accessibility isn't a benefit, it's a requirement. Don't get me wrong, I like that the feature is there, but it doesn't make the game any better by itself. Look, if you like Pokemon Go, that's completely fine. I don't think it's a shameless cash grab or a bad game overall. I just don't care what anyone tells me, alright? This isn't a Pokemon game. It has Pokemon in the title, it has all of our favorite little creatures in them, and I do download it every time I travel because it's actually very entertaining in its own way.
But still, I will never forgive you, Nintendo, for making me touch grass.